So after my best friend left, that's when he started to come over. I guess eventually I got scared because his behavior was just so erratic and I didn't know what to do. You'll hear me describe through the texts what happened and his behavior. After he came in and was, in that crying state and leaving in front of, because we were planning, I was going forward with telling our daughter that we were separating because I was the one staying home with our daughter. I'm the one that needs to figure out what to explain and how to say it. So I'm like, if we need to tell her something, which is why he came over and then he lost it. It did pull on my heartstrings, of course. And it was hard. It was actually the first time we were taking the step of telling our daughter. And she was old enough at this time to comprehend. When he was doing this erratic behavior, and there was no control in him. Like, he was falling on the ground. I didn't know what it was. And I ended up calling my friend. So these are the text messages after with her.
It said if you were scared and you feel for your safety and you don't want him there, you can call the police and tell them it's a volatile situation and they will separate you both. They are going to show up. It will be considered a domestic. They will remove him probably, and tomorrow I can come and get you.
They were outside on the deck.
Okay, that's good. Holy pack a bag and pack a bag. Also, any documents that you have, like your birth certificates and stuff like that, just in case you need them.
Holy that was hard. She said she just wished it was a bad dream and that this is the worst day of her life. I don't think I can leave and just take it. He was telling her he can see her anytime and she can come over tomorrow. If I do that, he'll lose it. I think I'm taking her away.
I mean, technically during your visitation time, you are allowed to bring her anywhere in the province if you want legally. But maybe ask if she can give you some advice what to do in the situation as far as she goes. Tell her what's happening and say, I don't know if I take her if he's going to lose it, because I want to make sure that you were safe. I know that his behavior is changing every 5 minutes. We call that escalation, and it's really unstable, but I can't tell you what to do. You know him better than anybody. But I am here and I will come and get you if you need me to.
He said, this is what I wanted, and he's not the only reason for this to happen. And then I came back in and was going to check on him. He called me over and said, this isn't a ploy to get me back, and that he is truly sorry from the bottom of his heart for hurting me, that he feels so terrible and will always regret and live with it for the rest of his life.
Yeah, he will. You don't get to literally ruin someone over and over and over again for fun and get to live a happy life.
Has gone upstairs. She said she wanted to go to her room and think of what she wants to do. I was going to check on her when he called me down to apologize. He went up to say goodbye, but now they're laying in bed watching TV. I wouldn't be surprised if he falls asleep with her. Now I'm alone.
Okay, I'm glad he's leaving. I don't want you to have to stay at your house paralyzed with fear of doing anything for yourself because you don't know how he is going to react to it. That's not how life is supposed to go. You're supposed to be able to come and go as you please.
I'm not scared now. He seems more normal. He'll just be with me.
Yeah, that's what worries me. It's that emotional roller coaster that he changes every few hours. By the time tomorrow comes, like tomorrow night, I'm worried he's going to be crazy again and that I'm too far away to get you out of the situation.
Should I tell him to stay here and I just come up? Maybe say we'll alternate the house?
Honestly, a lot of people do that. It's called house sharing. He can stay there tell him that you'll take the car.
That might work.
How is he today?
It's good. He fell asleep on the couch.
Is he still there?
He keeps apologizing now and says he feels terrible and that he'll live with the biggest mistake he's ever made of his life. He just left.
Yes, he will. That doesn't mean you have to accept it.
Said he was up and sorry he couldn't say what he was supposed to. He couldn't control what himself or words or knew what he was saying.
Okay, but that doesn't excuse everything else, the confession. Remember that part that he is apologizing for isn't even really the issue anymore. The issue is the years of manipulation, knowing he was doing it to you on purpose. I do understand feeling sympathy for him because he's crying and apologizing, but you can't come back from what he said and what he did. Yet he's so sorry, but in the same breath threatening you that he's going to tell everybody is also your fault when you had no idea what was going on. You weren't responsible for any of this. He is sorry as long as you follow script.
He's not anymore. He's accepting responsibility without blaming me this time.
Okay, but he still did all the other shit. And that's someone who's capable of doing that to you doesn't deserve you, Claudia. He's not going to change. He just has to try a little bit harder this time to get the cycle going again. He's already told you that. It's a huge game. It's a cycle. He thinks you're addicted to it. He knows you're going to forgive him. Read his messages. The only way to stop the cycle is to get out of the cycle.
And said it could only happen if we resolve our issues together or not. Think she wants it 50-50.
Don't make a deal with the devil.
She's on my side. She's here now.
So essentially, you have to stay married to an abusive narcissist in order for you to be able to better your future with the business. Why can't you have a civil business relationship without staying together? You don't deserve what he has been doing to you and what he is going to continue doing to you.
Either way, we stay together or not, but she wants it civil between us for it to go up.
That is great. That means you don't have to stay with him to get 50-50 of the business. You're back. That's perfect. That's all you need. Of course his mother said that's the only way she will allow it, so that's good. That's perfect.
No, he doesn't know that. They haven't spoken. She just told him we have to be resolved. She don't want me with him either. She said I need to leave him for him to see what he lost.
But you need to leave him for good. Seriously. You deserve such a good life and someone who loves you the right way. You deserve somebody to treat you like you are the most important thing on the planet.
He just told me he wants to do this right and that we go into business 50-50 with no alimony, but we split all of expenses.
Well, I'm glad he wants to do it the right way. So you get to rebuild your life and be happy. Find yourself again. Date and have fun, and you get to do the business with 50-50. I would still hold off and let him show you that with action. Don't get too comfortable yet. Assuming he will keep that frame of mind, it might go up and down still, but at least you have it somewhere where it says he was willing to do 50-50. That is really good for the both of you.
Yeah, he said he knows what he did was wrong and accepts responsibility now. Up and will always regret it.
And that's good that he says he feels sorry, so you get closure and get to start your new life. I'm proud of you, and I really hope that he keeps his word and follows through and that it's not just a tactic.
That part is he said he wanted me back. I told him never seemed like it by our actions. He said he didn't want this but knows I've made up my mind and he understands why. That hopefully I find someone who won't do that and hopefully he'll learn from it and not do it to his next partner.
That he won't live that lifestyle ever again and that I'll always be the love of his life. And he's going to try and get better. I begged him to get help. Told him some of the narcissistic tendencies stuff and he said it makes sense. So hopefully he does get help. I told you that he wanted you back, that it was just a tactic to make you sad and feel bad, and that shit he was trying to say and that it didn't work, so now you're here. I'm glad he's going to try to get better and get professional help because he really it. What he is capable of isn't normal. What he has done isn't normal. He needs professional help more than anyone. And he said it's not my responsibility now, and I told him no, it's yours. Always has been. So we're going through with it. We've hashed out a fair plan for now. And we're going to do the business. We're going to be business partners. I do honestly think we can be great business partners down the line. I'm glad that you guys can be civil about the business, but your personal life has to be separate. You don't want to stay in the marriage, right? If he said all the right words and said he would get help and admitted that he sees what he did, I would try. I'm married to him, and if I seen him trying to get better, then yes, I would stand by him. For better or for worse. And this is all as a result of childhood trauma and residential schools. He's a good man. Of the newly addressed ADHD and depression, that's a lot. If he showed me consistently that he wanted to get better, then I would. But I know we have to be separate now. I want him to get better on his own, and then maybe if he approached me and showed me, I would. He says he wants to get help and not hurt someone the way he did me. Don't get me wrong. I am separating from him. I am moving on. If he manages to get help and show me with actions before I find someone else, then I would. But I'm not waiting. We need the separation. I see that.